Hello and welcome back to Everyone's Game. I am Annalisa, and what we're going to do today is take you through a walkthrough of the ShePlays Fantasy League website. It follows the Women's Super League that is played in Europe, and I started to play this fantasy league simply because I wanted a tool that helped me to be more engaged in watching women's football. I wanted to play fantasy football because it's a tool that helps me to learn more of the players. So what we're going to do today is simply go through the website. I'll show you how to make your team, the rules that are associated with this fantasy league, how they do scoring, some of the things that I like and some of the things that I actually dislike. What we're going to do first is login. This is sheplays.com.au. It's an Australian website, and they do fantasy league for the Women's Super League as well as the Women's League that is played in Australia. Right under the ShePlays logo, you'll see login/register. Alright, so this is what will come up when you first log in. You'll see ShePlays Fantasy League. Under that, you'll see a green button with the name that you have logged in with, and welcome to ShePlays. If you want to play the Women's Super League, which is the format that I play, you click on that green button and you'll see the list of leagues come up. Again, they have a fantasy league that follows the Australian Women's League, but we're not doing that right now. We're doing the Women's Super League. So I'm going to click on my WSL team. Your My Team page will come up. If it's the first time that you're logging in, this section here with your players will be blank. I can actually show you that. If we go to my AFLW team, it will show you, it will just be blank. It will have your overall budget and it will have the fixtures upcoming, but that's not for the Women's Super League. Okay, so we're back on my team, and obviously we're in the 13th round of competition, so my team will be filled with players, and I've also have my wish list. This here, from captain up until your bench, these are the 15 players that you would have selected, and they will earn you points based on their real world performance. You can also have a wish list, which are players you would like to have in your team, but right now you do not have space in your team for those players. So if I scroll along, you would see my entire wish list. Right, to choose players, you simply go on choose players and you can select players. However, it's gonna have to fit the budget as well as the formation rules, which we will discuss in a little bit. If you want to view the players that you have selected, you can come on view formation and you would see your team name as well as the players you have selected in the order that you have selected them, which is your 11 players as well as your bench in the order that you have placed your bench. So first, let's go on to rules and scoring, see what's new, what's different. It's fantasy football. All you have to do is choose 15 players that you think will perform well on any given round, and you must have 2 goalkeepers, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, as well as 3 forwards, and that gives you 13 players. However, you have to choose 15. You have 2 free choice players. The other 2 players can be any position, so you can have 3 goalkeepers, you can have 4 forwards, you can have 5 defenders. However you decide to split your 2 free choice players, it's up to you. I like this sort of flexibility because sometimes you really don't need 5 defenders or 4 midfielders or anything like that. So I really appreciate this, and you can actually choose up to 5 players from one particular club. There is also a team budget. The team budget is 5,005,000 euros. However, I don't think the player prices increase or decrease. I have not seen that, so I think the player prices, once it is set, it is set. I did notice one change where there was a budget and mid-season they increased the budget. So that was the only time that I saw player prices increase. But other than that, regardless of how many transfers in or out, a player price seems to remain the same. In each round of competition, you can make one free transfer. Transfers do not rule. So if you make one transfer in round 1, you don't make a transfer in round 2. In round 3, you would only have one free transfer. All transfers above that will cost you 5 points. Alright, in selecting your starting 11, there are formation rules that you must follow. So you must have at least 3 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 2 forwards playing at any given time. Obviously, you would also have to have 1 goalkeeper at any given time, and you can never have 2 goalkeepers playing in your starting 11. Right, you must also choose a captain. Your captain earns you double points, and in the event of your captain not playing any minutes, your vice captain will earn you double points. Another thing that I really love about the ShePlays Fantasy League is their scoring system. Simply because a team is made up of 11 players and not all players are going to score or assist in any given match. So the scoring system to me rewards players for being involved in a game. So they get points based on number of passes, number of clearances, number of crosses, chances created. They get attacking points as well as defensive points. And obviously, each player gets points based on the goals or assists that they contribute in the game. But I love the scoring simply because it rewards a player's effort. So apart from the scoring, we can also go over to fixtures and results. This will show you the past fixtures as well as the upcoming fixtures. Right now we're in round 13. There's no real-time updating. So currently we're in round 13. These fixtures are being played or have been played already. However, the scores will not be added until maybe 2 or 3 days later. So I can show you that actually. If I go to my team and I scroll to round 13, because all of the matches are being played today. If I scroll here, all of my players will say 0 points. Jesse Fleming has played already. Vivian Medema and Alex Greenwood, they're currently playing, I believe. But Rhea Percival, she's from Tottenham, they have played. Ella Toon, Man, you have played already. Justine have played, Diane have played. So most of my team have already played, but I will not see their end result until maybe Tuesday. Today is currently Sunday. So that's one of the things that I don't like about this particular website, that there's no real-time updating of scores, and I have to check back a bit later in the week to see the overall scores that I have obtained and my place in the overall leaderboard as well as the mini leagues that I am in. So since I mentioned the leaderboard, I'll take you to the leaderboard one time. So this is the leaderboard. All of the teams that are involved in this fantasy league comes here. I'm 119th, I believe. I'm not too sure how many people are involved. Let's see if we can see that. All right, so supposedly there's 1,963 teams involved in this ShePlays competition at this point in time. What else can I show you? I can show you in players, there's a player database. This is really cool. It shows you the player, their position, their team, their club team, as well as their national team, the price point they are at this season, and whatever points they would have accumulated in previous seasons, as well as this current season. You can go into the stats center as well, which tells you a breakdown of their points for this season. We're back to the My Team section, and I'm just going to show you briefly how to add players. These players that I'm adding will be added to my wish list. Alright, so going into choose players, and we can choose any player. Let's see. Just click the checkbox. The box will become highlighted, and if you go into manage team, you would see Under wish list, I would see Gemma Perfilian has been added. What happens if I don't have 15 players is that player that I would have added would automatically be added to my 15 woman squad. When you reach the 15, it will automatically create that wish list. So last thing I can show you is the ordering of your team. To reorder your team, you use the drag handle that is at the left of the player, and to make changes to the bench, you do the same thing. So Sam Kerr, she's off in the Asian Cup, so she's not going to be playing. That is why she's currently highlighted in red. So I could click the drag handle and move her down. Megan Walsh, she's a goalkeeper. I could bring her forward, or I could put her in my starting 11. I already have a keeper in my starting 11, so if I scroll forward, they would tell me I can't have more than one goalkeeper in my starting 11. This will be the same notification that you get if you have players, 15 players that cross the budget, which is 5,500,000. If you have 4 forwards in your team, the maximum amount of strikers that you can have in your starting 11 is 3. So up here you will have the notifications telling you the issues with your current team. So if I move Megan Walsh back down and I scroll up, I would see the save team button, which tells me that I have unsaved changes. These changes will be live for my round 14 team. So if I press save team, I would see on the top it's eventually will turn blue saying my team has been saved. Alright, so this was the walkthrough of the ShePlays Fantasy League website. So what I'm going to try to do is post my team selections. That's it for this video. If you start to play this, let me know, and maybe in the next season I'll make a mini league or something. Let me know what you would like to see in this space. Stay tuned. This has been everyone's game, and thanks for watching.